Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. Here we are looking at the names we've used so far this season. We now have Lorenzo. That is our newest name used. So far this season, we've had 12 named storms, 4 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Pretty interesting to look at that because you're talking about the 4 total hurricanes, 3 of those becoming major hurricanes, which shows you we've pretty much either had tropical storms or we've had major hurricanes, and it really hasn't been a whole lot of in between with that. But we're still actually running a little behind the average, still have some time to catch up on that, but certainly an interesting season that this has been thus far. So there it is. Now Tropical Storm Lorenzo. You are seeing more of that Saharan dust. That's been a common theme throughout much of the season. You also see those wispy clouds racing on towards the east, and that's because, wind shear. This is dealing with more of that moderate to strong wind shear. So the actual center located down over here, and then you have a lot of that convection being pushed over onto that eastern side of the storm. So we all know tropical systems, they don't like the strong winds in the atmosphere. The strong winds, the wind shear, that inhibits the circulation from really establishing itself and growing in strength. So this is going to be a limiting factor with this system. So right now, top winds are at 50 miles an hour. It's currently moving to the northwest at 16 miles an hour. Forecast track, just the type of track that you like to see. Staying out over open water, not bothering anybody. Then you see this moving more towards the east, and some of the really long-range models indicate this may try and do a loop out here as we head into next week. So we'll have to wait and see if it survives that entire trip. Then maybe it does do a loop out there. So you watch the Fox model as we go through this week. Here you see that ridge sitting out to the east, allowing us to push more towards the north. But at least with the Fox model, it's hard to pick up, but maybe a little circulation there. Certainly does look like it will weaken as we head towards the end of the week. But as I mentioned, we still have some season left. Remember, hurricane season, it goes through November 30th. Now, as we get into the month of November, things are usually much more quiet. But as we're nearing that end of the season, we start to focus in more on the Caribbean and up into the Gulf. And there are indications that something may try and work its way towards the Caribbean as we head through about the next, say, 7 to 10 days. That's why we're going to focus in, and we're going to be watching some of these areas as we head towards the end of the month. Of course, we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.